Okay, step 3 is now I have my button, and I'm actually going to take that pin out. I don't need the pin. Let me angle my camera for you. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I have my special pens. I like this one. It's probably my favorite, and I have a few others. Let me just make sure they're the same distance. So let's say that these are my 3 I want, or maybe I even want my pencil that I love. You can tell I love it because I've already taped it even. So let's just pretend that those are my 3 items I want in there. So if I want those 3 items in here, I'm going to want to, there it is, fold it over. I clipped them, and I'm going to fold it over, and I'm going to say, where do I want my button? So the button is going to be placed just where I want for the space that I want here. So if I want to go closer, I can pull it all the way down. Make sure you guys can see that. Or if I want it a little higher in case I want something else. So you need to know what you're going to put in it. I actually brought my other glasses too and thought, well, maybe I'd like for it to be my glass holder. It's not super protected. It's a little bit tight if I did those glasses, but my dollar store ones would be better, my reading glasses. So it's probably best that we stick with our pencil pouch. I mean, our pens. But obviously, you can do the same skill for any case or holder you want, and then you can determine it just like I did on how thick do you want it, because obviously if you put something bigger here, you're going to want to have more felt so that it has room. So this is perfect for this. Okay, so now I'm going to take my pen. I'm actually going to use this one, and I'm going to determine where I want my button. And I kind of like it here, so I'm going to put a little dot on that felt. All right, so I just put a little dot, and then I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier. Take your thread. It really doesn't matter what color thread. I just only have this one, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. Angle it. You guys are pros now, right? So go through the eye of the needle. Double it up. So the more you do this, the more you're going to get better at it. Rub, 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 rub. Pull. There's a nice knot. Okay, then I'm going to come from underneath the one layer because I want to just do it on the top. And then I'm going to get my cute button, and I'm going to go through the hole. Anytime you do a button, this is a great, useful skill. I love this project because you're practicing hand sewing, which you can use for any rips that you do. And you're also you're also learning how to do a button. So let me talk you through this. I was on the bottom, I went up through the hole and back down through the other hole. These buttons only have 2 holes, so that's perfect. Remember, you don't want to loop it all like over here. So if you're at the bottom, you go up through one of the holes. If you're at the top, you go down. Twice is plenty. Then at the back, you're going to do the same thing we did to knot it off. Knotting is critical to a project because if you don't knot it, it's going to come undone. So I just made a little stitch. Then you have your circle, your loop. I didn't pull it all the way, and I'm just going to go through the loop. Okay, I actually like to always do things twice. If I'm a beginner, I want to make sure that I knot it. So you can do that again if you would like to. I don't need to because I know I did it correctly, and I want to save enough thread for my project since this is all I brought home to work with. All right, perfect. We will later make the slit for our button case. You can do it with scissors, but for now, I'm just going to wait on it, and then I will show you how to. Actually, we can go ahead and do it if you want. Let me see real quick. So I put it in like this. And then if I want to make my case like that, I make sure it's even. And then I'm going to say, okay, where should I make my buttonhole? And it's going to be right there. So I'm just going to fold my felt over, and I'm just going to make a little slit. Better to make a small slit than a big one, because then the button will be tight. And then when I put the button holder in, it's going to look nice. Okay, there you have it. That's easy. And the reason why I did that, I'm going to undo it though so I can finish sewing, is because you're going to end up having to sew all along the edge. So we're going to continue with our knotting and sewing, and I will be back.